because we were after the tithes. Of all the districts in Metro Manila, it's Novaliches that contributes most in terms of money, tithes. And yung nagko-contribute doon, actually are the leaders. Siyempre, di ba? Marami doon leaders. So, sino magkokobet yung gano'n, di ba? So obviously, it's a mistake. And for somebody, a Christian, to even think that way. My wife is a lawyer, I'm a lawyer. Under the law, that's actionable. If you write that down there. But of course, we do not think about that. Ano pa ba? Sinabi niya na we were after power. Oh, that's a big lie because the leadership should know, or should have known, that when I was in the apostolic board, I resigned. Early on. Yung apostolic board supposed to be parang 12 apostles, di ba? 12 na. So siya namili. He chose me among others, and then there was an election for the governance council. I felt something wrong. Something was wrong. So I resigned. I didn't tell them why I resigned, but they were obviously concerned. Why did you resign? So, better I told them what I noticed. I will not tell the details because medyo baka magulat kayo. But anyway, ang message that I felt there was rigging of the election. You were electing supposed to be the most righteous, and there was, I feel, irregularity. That's why I resigned. Trump asked me to reconcile, etc. There was a long exchange. I still have the emails when he was still abroad. I don't know kung nandun siya sa Camino pilgrimage niya. But that was it. Power is the last thing that you would want. After all, ang hindi na alam kasi is that I've been this district servant for so long, to 2007 ako na. What he didn't know is that about 2 months before, 3 months before the thing yung nangyari, I actually compelled by cluster heads to choose among themselves the next district head. Nobody would want to take it on. So sabi ko ganito na lang, in my desperation, we will prepare yung mga
sticks.
Yung sticks, paper. Kung sino na doon yung pangalan, ikaw na. O wala silang choice, di ba? So lahat. So eventually, that was the process. So that was already a transition to Tsaka gusto ko talaga umalis na because we were looking for another community na hindi ko naman sinasabi sa kanila, di ba? Kasi magkakagulo. So it was really, and then something happened. Ang pinaka-turning point was yung Finlatin niya. That was objectionable because he violated the statutes. The statutes that he said he wrote. The same statutes that he submitted to the church, to the parishes. So that was mali, di ba? Number 2, yung flattening, according to him, actually, okay, sinabi kay Brother Ron, you want to tell them the story, but Brother Pancho and Brother Ron went to see Frank sa bahay nila, kasama si Dachi, to reach out. Kasi tingin nga sa household namin, oppositors. So, we were trying to reach out to say we have nothing against anything, Frank. We just want the community to grow, to continue, and to have more teachings. That's when they said that ang purpose dito ng flattening is because ang tingin nila, hindi bumababa yung instructions about LCSC sa chapters. Parang hadlang daw yung district, cluster, tsaka, yung district tsaka cluster. So inalis niya. So diretso daw sa chapter. So it's about LCSC. So
anything to do against LCSC?
Okay. Have I don't I like LCSC? Do I hate LCSC? Well, this is recorded. Nobody will deny this. Nagkaroon sila ng 6 criteria of performance. In sa corporate world, they call it key performance indicators. Kung gaano ka kagaling on 6 items on LCSC. Of the 6, 5 number 1 ang Novaliches. Yung 6, the only one na hindi kami number 1, we ended up second to Batangas. So he cannot say that Novaliches was not doing its part. He cannot say that. So it's not about I like LCSC. We should all like LCSC. Why? Because our own catechism says that once you are baptized, you have the obligation to evangelize. But that expectation comes in once baptism is strengthened through confirmation. Alright, so, we have nothing against LCSC, but we have everything against LCSC pushing LCSC at the expense of FFL. That's our only issue. Sabi ko nga, in fact, there were 4 issues na niraise namin eh. This is a nice trivia, not trivia, but really factual. Yung 4 na issue, simple lang. Una, huwag mo munang gawin yung flattening because unang-una, it's for LCSC again. So that's questionable because the very center of the issue is strengthening FFL, protecting and preserving FFL. Number 2, yung tithes. Kasi yung provinces, they don't actually remit anything. They keep 100% of their tithes sa kanila. Batangas is a good example. Favorite niya. Lagi niya sinaside. Batangas keeps 100% of all the tithes. Not even a peso unless they want to voluntarily. But sila it got to a point na yumaman talaga yung Batangas. They have their own office. They have their own service shuttle bus. So ganun ko sila kayaman. And yet they don't send tithes. Ang nagtatides lang is yung mga districts in Metro Manila. So we were carrying the burden, the financial burden of the entire community outside of, within Philippines, not outside. Yung mga Metro Manila districts lang. So sabi ko kay Frank, alam mo, nagre-reklamo na yung mga leaders. Hindi na nga kami nagtatides na nga kami na pinakamalaki, and yet sa bawat CLS, kami pa nag-aabono. Pag merong MER, kami din nag-aabono. Hindi na, nahihirapan ako kumuha ng bagong leaders kasi gastos siya, parang ganun dating. When he asked for a one-on-one with me. This was shortly before the big thing. He called for it. In fairness, I thought it was something that's worth going through because baka maayos na. But yung 4 things na sinabi ko sa kanya, ang sagot niya common, exactly the same. We'll look into it. Pag-usapan natin. Yun ang sinasabi niya. And then there was this Bishop Reyes, very close to them, but also very close to me because of the RH case. Calling me, sabi niya, he'll try to mediate. He wants Novaliches to appoint 3 representatives, yung FFL, the leadership, 3 also. So we met sa bahay ni Bishop Gabi Reyes in the evening. I came from Manila, I came from a meeting. I traveled 4 hours in the pouring rain just to be in that place in Antipolo. So I was very hungry, but that's fine. I was looking forward to that meeting. Ang nandun, si Brother Frank, si Maribel Descallar, at si Lachi. Ako, sa Novaliches, I was there together with the head ng National Medical, si Alfie Pantejos, and the head of LCSC ng Novaliches, Rigor Vera, representing Novaliches. So nandun, after pinakain naman kami, pero kumain na sila. After that, tinawag kami sa long table ni Bishop, and then sabi, ano bang problema? Ang tawag sa akin, Atty. Chito. Atty. Chito, anong problema? Sabi ko sinabi ko yung, 2 pa lang nasasabi ko, he stopped me, ni Bishop. Ang sabi niya, exact words, yun lang pala, Frank eh. Yun lang naman pala inaano niya, di pag-usapan niya na para matapos na ito. So, and then, the Bishop, at that time kasi late kami dumating, glanced at his watch and said, wow, it's already 10:30, way past my bedtime. Can I be excused? I'm already home. Which is really true because 3 or 4 weeks after, nag-retire na siya because of age. So sabi niya, Papa, tutulog na ako, mag-usap na lang kayo, tuloy na. Umalis na siya. Pag alis siya exactly, so we were looking at each other. I said, tuloy na, mag-marathon na tayo. Sumagot si Maribel Descallar. Sabi ni Maribel, sige, hanggang umaga na tayo dito. Guess who put a damper? It was Frank. Sabi ni Frank, saka na, pagod sila. Kami pa ginawang excuse. Considering we traveled all the way from Novaliches, prepared to get this over and done with because nakagulo sa Novaliches yung leaders. But what can you do? Ayaw nilang mag-marathon. We broke up. But we were expectant. That was August 26, hindi ko makalimutan, Friday. We were hoping na sa Sabado, the following day, he would call me or email me. He did not. Sunday, he did not. So yung mga leaders pupunta sa bahay ko, anong gagawin na natin? Wala tayong nag-aaway na yung sa baba, etc. Because they were also, may mga FFL leaders na bumababa, mga full-timers. Sabi nila, i-email mo na si Brother Frank. Tanong mo kung ano bang mag-request tayo ng meeting para matapos na. I emailed him. Sabi ko, Brother Frank, 2 days had passed. since our meeting with Bishop Gabi, I think he's expecting that we now meet and discuss the issues. Are you available tomorrow? Monday was a Muslim holiday, non-working. So I thought it was a nice time. He did not answer me sa Sunday, but he did following day, morning. But what he said was this: sorry, I'm busy. Somebody from India is coming Thursday. And I also have a meeting with Father Francis Thursday. All right, so Thursday. What about Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? Sinulat ko na nagkakagulo na dito. It's urgent. It's important for us to meet and Ayaw niya makapag-meet on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Meron siya meeting on Thursday. Kailan pa ba mag-meet? What he did instead was yung sabi, nag-email ako, sinasite niya sa fact sheet na ako daw ayaw makapag-meet sa kanya, which is obviously not correct. So when I sent I replied and said, please, if you're not available to meet with us, tell us what your stand is on these 4 issues. Hindi niya ako sinagot. Instead, he dispatched si Lachi, you organize all the leaders of the village, I want to talk with them. Natuloy yun. I did not attend, although the better part of me, the lawyer part of me, had wanted me to be there. But, remember sabi ko, nag-one-on-one kami. That was 24, I think, sa Via Maris sa UP. Siya nagsabi because he originally wanted to meet with the Novaliches leader before the meeting of Bishop Gabi. But, nagpa-reserve na ako doon sa parish ko pa. Lahat ng leaders were expecting him to be there. Of course, I will be there. Siya nagsabi, on second thought sheet, huwag na tuloy kasi nag-schedule si Bishop Gabi sa Friday. Number 2, baka hindi maganda yatang we're in the same place. Baka maguluhan yung mga leaders natin na both of us are quarreling. Sabi ko, wow, that's a good idea, Brother Frank. So siya nag-cancel no. But then yun nga, after the meeting with Bishop, tapos hindi na ayaw niya makipag-meet, siya na mismo nagko-call again for another meeting. The same meeting that he said was not advisable. So natuloy yun. I did not attend because we decided na huwag na natin bayaan mo siya magsalita siya kung gusto niya. Only one leader came. The church was, of course, maraming dumating na full-timers. So he said things against me, obviously. I was not there, but okay. That's fine. So ganun yung nangyari until the following week, naglabas na siya ng email. August 31 tsaka September 3. Yung mga dates kasi na sa akin, naka-indelibly marked. August 31 tsaka September 3. Sa email, ni-reject niya na practically yung 4 issues. So now, the question is, sino nag-disobey kay Bishop? Ako o siya? Bishop had wanted to be the mediator. He wanted the 2 groups to meet so that a compromise solution can be reached. And you cannot do that unless you meet. Diba? We wanted to meet. We were so excited to meet. We are pleading basically to meet with them because nakaguling Novaliches, ayaw niya. Instead, naglabas siya ng emails na 2, August 31, September 3. Ni-reject niya yung 4. Okay, the question is, sino nag-reject kanino? Kasi he's saying, ni-reject raw. Ako daw nag-disobey kay Bishop kasi sabi ni Bishop daw, which he did not, na oh, cheat ha, ayoko na magkaroon ulit ng split ha. Of course, he told me, huwag iwasa sa natin gulo. Yung sinabi niya sa akin. But if you know si Bishop Gabi, hindi siya nagdidictate. He's almost like a saint. And close din naman kami. Hindi na siyempre, i-respect niya rin ako, di ba? Hindi niya ako didictate. Ang gusto niya lang mag-mediate. That's exact words niya sinabi. I'd like to mediate. So yun yung situation. Marami pa sinulat doon sa fact sheet. But we can answer point by point yung mga sinabi niya. Kaya nga but you may have different information. So we're here to answer anything. Either now or yung impression siya about the future.
Can you explain about why did they decide to
May question ka, sis?
Ayun nga,
May Sister Naomi has question, brother.
Naomi, yeah.
Sister.
Hi. I heard of CFL January lang. So, question ko,
Yeah.
may mga members na ba dito sa Amerika ng CFL at saka saan
Well, yeah, I can confirm this sa Connecticut. I think sila sa New Jersey ni Brother Joe or tsaka si Brother Boy.
Actually, we're not yet
Wala pa, no?
done with the BFF. Tomorrow.
Okay, tomorrow pala. But meron na sa sa Seattle, si
Sino na
Mother Nanny is here as
Sa-
well as Sister Ping, and
California.
South California.
South Carolina, okay.
We have CFL registered in New Jersey already.
Oh, yeah, good. Pati sa South California is registered also. I don't know about Seattle, meron akong registered. Oh, yeah. So registered, separate registrations naman yan.
by state.
Yeah. Yeah.
Brother Chito, actually this community is so naive of all of those
What's happening?
fact sheets. Yeah, you know,
Don't.
we don't know anything about it.
Okay.
This community has gone along, you know, it's a very challenging time
Yeah.
that CFC Global noon nag-bolt out to FFL, and FFL we bolted out from the USA
Yeah.
to be as a FFL city.
Mm.
Now we're looking for that charism actually. That's I think the word coming from you. So what is this community trying to offer us? We have options, other options like global
Yeah.
and going back to FFL or probably CFL.
Yeah.
So what is that charism that we're looking from this community that you can offer us?
Mm.
This is a very cohesive youth community.
Yeah.
We actually, I think the word that we're looking at the time is discernment. Na kung saan community ang the right community for us, personally and for the community as a group. So, what can you offer us, or not you as a community, or the community can offer us,
Yeah.
as you know, that we can say yes. I know it should not be you saying us, but it's our own discernment.
Yeah.
But how can you help us, you know, have the discernment
Okay.
to select CFL for that?
Brother, first question, why did you join FFL, or before that, if you've been in community for so long? Global. What's the reason?
I think it's a personal. It's my personal to enhance my personal and spiritual growth to the Lord, and also to enhance my marriage with, you know, my wife is also has been a long time charismatic member, and basically just to enhance our
Okay.
personal relationship with God. Yeah,
Okay. Second question, I assume you're Catholic.
I am.
Right. But just like me before CFL, I did not know much about my faith. What I know was yung teachings na sinabi na sa akin ng Global and FFL. But those teachings are more the Pentecostal type. Now, what do I mean by that? You will appreciate that only once you read the Catechism of the Catholic Church, how different it is. So, two questions. One, you mentioned about your personal spirituality, that's fine. But you also mentioned about your marriage. Right. Parehas tayo eh. Because as I said, yung vision namin, as well as mission, is really to strengthen families. But not just any family, not just any kind of family, a Catholic family. Why? Because I think there is something special about us being Catholics. Catholicism is not the creation of any person. It's like, of course, just to give you an example, Mormons, di ba? Smith founded it. Sa atin hindi, no less than Jesus founded the Catholic Church when he said, upon this rock, upon you, Peter, I will establish my church. Whatever you loose on earth will be loosed in heaven. Whatever you bind on earth will be bound in heaven. So he became the first bishop of Rome, the first pope, and from him, a long, undisturbed, unbroken line of popes followed until the present pope. So, if only for that, don't we consider ourselves special? But you know, name is not important. What is important is that, do you really mean it? Are you really Catholic by faith? You know, when I was arguing Supreme Court, they were jeering me at the back, mga UP students. Taga-UP rin ako, but sila, mga professors na talaga sila, pro-RH yan. So they were jeering me, etc. So sabi ko, no, one cannot be called a Catholic unless he knows the magisterium. Just like a Muslim cannot claim to be a Muslim unless he knows the Quran. So that's exactly where my words. What I'm saying is that what we offer, what CFL, not us, but CFL can offer is, one, families. Santa Lucia, quoting Our Lady of Fatima says the final battle will be the battle for families. If you destroy the family, you destroy humanity. That's why there is same-sex. That's why there is abortion. That's why there is contraception. Everything is geared towards destroying the family. You're concerned about your family? Kanina lang pinag-uusapan namin. Si Brother Roland read an article, apparently some of you may have read it as well, sa Italy ba yun, brother? Yung nakasulat doon na dinimanda ng bata, grown up na siya, yung parents,
Yung parents.
for bringing him into this world without his consent.
What's the age of reason? 18.
Correct. So, ako I dread. I have a 1.5-year-old granddaughter. I dread anong buhay niya 30 years from now. I read from my psychiatrist boldly saying, proudly saying that in 20 years, this lahat naman tayo adults na, sex will just be an exercise. Because it will not be for the purpose of procreation anymore, because you can do it without sex by going into a bank. You can choose, you can just pick blue eyes. So what kind of world are we facing when in Germany there's a party list that promotes sodomy and it is recognized? Aren't you concerned when I talked to one of the sa Toronto? I talked to a young couple, very young, dating leader ng FFL. I was hoping that he will understand, not for himself but for his children. So it's about family. It's about family that we should protect. FFL, unfortunately, has gone on a route different from the former charism. It's all about the family. I joined CFC Global, me and my wife. Nobody invited us. But I wanted to join because I saw my brother, older brother, who was then a member already of CFC. And I saw the children going up, very respectful, very obedient, etc. Sabi ko, ganun din ako. So we joined CFC Global. And of course, Catholic. God gave us a religion, and we're not even aware how beautiful that religion is. About Mary. No, maraming testimonies na bibigay sa inyo nila. Siguro bukas mag-share naman sila. How about the power of Mary as an intercessor? Grabe. Lahat ng prayer. Ngayon, as we meet, isang member namin na iiwan sa Manila, walang ginagawa kundi mag-rosaryo siya. For us, for protection and for you. So ganun. We offer something that we need, I think. Not only for us, but for the future. For our children and for our children's children. If that matters for you, brother, I think you should consider yung yun.
So
Thank you.
I'm gonna go now, but
Yeah.
because I've been
Sure.
so I think it's very enlightening, and actually it gives us a glimpse of your yung yung
Yeah.
calling ng CFL as well. I think yung tama si Brother Deck kasi a lot of this yung nangyayari kasi sa Philippines, it's like you have a fact there na kinancel na, for example, yung mga ibang mga teachings in 2007. But then you see my husband and I, we've been in Singles for Christ when it was all together.
Yeah.
Since mga 2001, nag-couples kami, then we were there when it broke apart. Then we left the community and we came back. We were actually then we came here. A lot of what you said is parang different sa experience namin. I'm talking personally. Iba rin yung mga experience ni Brother Boyet. But I really appreciate that you're trying to give us transparency, because of course we don't want to be recipient only of ito na pala yung nangyari elsewhere. So but I'm glad na we were able to get yung background ng CFL at saka yung so that when we go talk to Global and when we have that dialogue with FFL, then at least we have learned already kung ano yung sa other side, right? So because I don't want to be in a situation that we can decide without also having that dialogue, because that's what we agreed as a community. But I really appreciate this time, and nagkailangan ko lang namin na my kids have swim meets the entire weekend, so we're actually, my family is going to Middletown, that's why they're texting me. But I really thank you for taking this time to actually speak to the community, and I know we tried our best yung buong household namin to have representation, but because we are very invested in the eventually and where this community is heading. So, yun lang. So, anyway, I'm gonna go. Good
Bye.
day.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for coming.
Hi, sis.
Can I ask?
Yeah, sure.
Could I make a comment actually? And I'm just like sister, I appreciate
Mm.
yung ginawa nyo na you're trying, yung mag-mediate at saka yung makipag-usap sa mga group. Because, you know, when I learned about this, yung may nagkagulo sa amin dito, I was hurt.
Yeah.
I was not recruited to be a part of CFC, Couples for Christ. Singles kami doon sa Pilipinas. We actually looked for a community. Ako, si Gracia, we looked for community. That's when I was so hurt nung nangyari na ganito na. But anyway, I am so thankful na may ano pala, you were trying to reach out sa other group na mag-reconcile. Kasi one of my question was, if this is about family, paano yung maghihiwalay? Isn't it? Yung divorce is not part of our supposed to be. At saka palagi tayong naghihiwalay-hiwalay. Pag hindi magkasundo, maghiwalay. So that was my thing. That was a big thing for me. That I questioned myself, am I in the right community?
Yeah. Well,
So-
yeah.
So I am really glad to know that you guys tried to mediate sa upper, bago.
Yeah.
I mean, I can understand yung charism kung hindi na talaga para sa'yo. So I guess, and yun lang. But I just want to make a comment about that kasi mahirap na masyadong ang daming hiwalayan. And this is all about family.
Oh, yeah. Sa amin, I don't know what. Kasi we don't consider it as a split. We don't
Now
consider
I understand. Now I understand.
unlike yung global and FFL, it's really a split. Why? Because isang name being, two groups bearing the same name. It's really a split. Because one would say we are the original CFC, the other would say otherwise. CFL, for us, it's not a split in that sense. Sa amin, God led us to CFL. So it's a new organization altogether. In fact, whenever we go to a parish, we don't even bother to say CFC. Once upon a time, we were CFC. No? This is a different,
CFL.
inspired organization.
Okay.
And therefore, we'd like to start on the right foot. Na meron kaming baggage na nag-split or iba. No, it's not. Actually, we wish FFL, we wish everybody well. Because for us, CFL has found its own direction, its own calling, and we're happy with that. So it's not yeah, go ahead.
It was maybe also my mistake.
Yeah.
I was thinking about asking Tito about this because I miss you, Tito, and I haven't seen you. So I was like, what happened? So yun, pero I didn't have the chance. So I said, maybe you guys are busy, may mga apo na kayo, may ganun. But I didn't think about it until, hindi ko talaga alam, walang alam. So that was really just like sa family, kung magkakahiwala yung parents, the children are the one that's suffering.
Correct.
Yun, para ang nangyari, kasi parang, oh my God, anong nangyari ngayon? So, I was really lost and I cried so much. I mean, I was really, really hurt. I'm
Can
saying
I
that.
say something about that? Kasi, as part of leadership, we try to really take away yung mga concerns na yan from yung general membership. When Tito Joe was ousted as Northeast coordinator, we didn't tell anyone except Dennis knows about it. I don't think, alam mo no. Because sa amin, why do you have to make things harder for you na hindi naman yung dapat concern yun. No? So I like to tell you a lot of things that we did na hindi nyo alam. No? Like yung sinasabi ni Bing kanina, that your experience nila with FFL is different from what he was saying. Totoo yun. You know why? Because part of New York, as former part of New York, I am in constant contact with New York leadership. No? So hindi nyo alam that they are being asked to give $3,000 a month. Period.
New York.
New York, no. Chicago has received their letter already. Because actually bankrupt eh. It's because of the, constant travel. Every time a leader comes here from Manila, USA covers for it. Like, nung ma-meet nyo si Maribel, remember yung handmaids na kausap niyo sa baba? It was shouldered by USA. Tatlo sila, plus Frank, Jerry, and yung anak nila, anim. It's all paid for.
Sorry, I have to go. Sorry po.
No? Tapos,
Ingat lang.
tapos, yung mga teachings, you never knew that the PFO was abolished kasi Dennis continued to be the PFO. Ganon din ang ginawa ng New York si Alan Ibay. Instead of stopping the PFO, si Alan ang gumawa ng program with advice from me kasi sabi niya, Tito, ano ang bibigay natin? Kaya nga si Dennis ang laging tinatanong si Tito Joe kasi maraming topic si Tito Joe eh. So talaga in-stop nila yung prayer meeting topics natin. Remember from the Servant General, very abrasive, very boring. No? And then they stopped sending us the topics. So what we did as leaders,
Ayun, nagka-copy.
when we went to Manila, kinausap namin ng global. We were friends with high-ranking global council members and, sabi nila, sige, kung wala kang maibigay na topic, pumunta ka sa head office, kunin mo yung mga booklet. Imagine other communities helping us, pero yung community natin mismo, pinabayaan na tayo. And now all of a sudden, they're so concerned about us kasi umalis tayo. Di ba? We never said these things to sa mga general membership because hindi nyo problema dapat yan eh. That's how we keep the community together. Hindi yung dahil pangalan natin FFL. The community is us. Pero sabi ko nga, well, God has done His will upon us. Kaya we step down. And sabi nga, para wala influence, we step down. Pero a lot of you never knew what was going around, what was going on. How we try to shield you from all of this. Until pumutok na yung issue namin with Jun De La Cosa about MER. Tapos lumabas na rin yung issue nila Tito Joe. So, siguro,
For example, the PFO. You've been receiving PFO, right? We've still been getting PFO, di ba? Continuously. You're still getting speakers. Up to last year, we had PFO. But according to Brother Chito,
2015,
they abolished the PFO. But because alam namin importante yung teaching, we continued with the PFO. That's how we tried to really stick to the charism of Couples for Christ. Kasi nga, homegrown kami, Philippines, alam namin kung ano yon. So in spite of inabolish nila yung PFO, we still continued because we know that's the right way to go.
Actually, before we have Tito Joe create CFL New Jersey, yung Board of Trustees, bago siya na-opera, I was asking him kung meron siyang file ng MER3 kasi National won't give it to me anymore. Inihingi ko yung mga old files eh. Sabi nila, no, you don't do that. Tapos nakita mo finorward mo sa akin.
Yeah.
That's why nung time na yon, we were already planning MER3. Tayo lang ang magkakaroon ng MER3 for as long as mga 5 or 6 years na ata. Kasi in Manila, we had up to yung global, yung CFC Global when we were united, leaders were continually getting yung parang MER retreats, weekend retreats in Baguio, di ba? And noon ang tawag namin doon, MER 3, 4, 5. Inalis nila lahat yun. Kaya I was, after MER to, after a very successful MER to, kinausap ko na si Tito John. Tito John, you have a file of MER 3. We need to do this. Pero, God's will, kung ano-ano na yung pumasok na problema, hindi na natuloy.